Unpopular opinion, but this obsession with protein, I think, is actually making people gain weight. And people are always asking me how I stay lean. What I focus on more is hormone health and hormone optimization. I feel like because I have my hormone health in order, everything else kind of falls into place, if that makes sense. And I know that this is not going to work for everyone. I also wrote an ebook. It's called The Monarch Manual. And I talked just a little bit about cycle syncing because I do feel like for women, it is just the absolute key to life. I am not someone who comes from a family that is naturally lean. Everybody is like obese, diabetic, so many different issues, but I've pretty much stayed the same weight for 2 decades because I don't really obsess over that. Now, of course, there are times where I fall for gimmicks and I'm not better than anybody else. But at the same time, I've never been one of those people that's like, I have to get in 150 grams of protein a day. If things have protein or collagen, I'm super into taking them because I know that it's good for my bone health. I know that it's good for muscle growth. But the only time that I've actually counted macros or anything like that is when I've gone into a period where maybe I've gained weight and I'm like really trying to figure out what I'm eating. But this is like for 2 or 3 weeks, I'll count it and then I won't. At the end of the day, I just don't want to feel too full and I don't want to feel too hungry. And I also want to make sure that I'm getting in enough fiber. And I also want to make sure that I'm eating things that are going to help me to age more gracefully and have healthy hormones rather than like trying to meet some bodybuilder's idea of the amount of protein I should be eating. I am not a bodybuilder. I'm a woman. And also a lot of things we've learned about like protein, macros, whatever, it's probably based on like men's physiology. So like I said, focus on cycle syncing. I have an entire cycle syncing playlist and just focus on what makes you feel good, what makes you feel optimized, what makes your digestion feel best.